What's happening? Hello and welcome back to the channel. As always, I am your guide, compare host, Joey Jokes. If you haven't already, make sure to go and check me out on social media because I am trying to do this for free. Just kidding, I am doing it for your enjoyment, okay? So without further ado, let me tell you what we're doing today on the channel in the video. Today we are going to be ranking the Premier League home kits from 2024-2025. That's this season, yeah? So I'm going to do that so you don't have to. You can watch this video and then I'll tell you which one to go and buy, yeah? With all your 100 quid's worth of money. Because that's how much they cost nowadays. It's an absolute disgrace. And you know what? Whilst we're on the subject, they do not make them like this anymore, do they? From the noughties, yeah? Look how smart that is. Look at the detailing. I'll tell you what else makes a good kit, yeah? The kit sponsor. If it's got a bad sponsor, that can ruin a kit. Good sponsor. Unfortunately, they've got rid of alcoholic drink beverages, replaced them with gambling. You tell me. What's better? You tell me. So, but without further ado, let's get into this because we've got 20 kits to go through. I'm going to go through and rank the best kits, 1 to 20. Let's see who we've got. Well, not 1 to 20, actually. I'm putting them in a tier list. So there could be two that rival each other. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start with the big boys. The runners-up of last season's Premier League. We're talking Arsenal. Now, if we have a look at their kit, it's quite obviously an Adidas template. And what they do nowadays, what these kit manufacturers do is they make one template, don't they? And they just bash them out. Carbon copy. And that's what they've done. And I'm disappointed with this one, to be honest, because Arsenal, fair play, hold your hands up, usually have some banging kits. And this one has just fallen short this season, if you ask me. I'm hoping for more from the away and third kit. But that, for me, that has to go in C. That has to, you know, I still like it. I do like the Adidas template. But for lack of originality, you're going in C. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Next up, we've got Aston Villa. Now, Castor, however you pronounce it. They're the new kids on the block, aren't they? A bit. All right. And I'm not sure how much I like them. I really like the hoodies where it just says Castor there, right? But I'm actually not. I'm not a fan of the logo. Is it like angel wings or something? It looks like, I don't know. So I'm not a massive fan of the logo. I'm not sure how good the quality is. We saw Everton's badge fall off the other day, and they're Castor now. I've actually got to buy a Leverkusen Castor kit, and it's too thick, too tight. I don't really like it that much. Maybe that says more about my body shape than it does the kit, to be honest. But again, I quite like the detailing in this, and that's why it's not in the bottom tier. That is going to go into C tier because it's got some quite nice detailing on the inner side there. So, Bournemouth. Now, again, another kit template, another Umbro. You can't do much with stripes, so I'll let them off a little bit there. But they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything with it, have they? It's bog standard. Umbro, I'm not a massive fan of Umbro kits, to be honest. But there is one exception. I'm going to come on to that later. I'm not a massive fan of Umbro kits. They've done nothing with it. It lacks originality. The stripes are quite thick. I prefer thin stripes, actually. A lot of thin stripes. I know people like thick stripes. For me, it's in D. Don't make the top cut, the top echelons, the creme de la creme. Okay, what else we got? We have got next. Who we got? Brentford. We have got Brentford next. And correct me if I'm wrong. Something I like about Brentford is the fact that they've kept shirts for 2 years. Because when I was researching, their shirt went from 2023 to 2025. Unless I'm wrong, and please do let me know in the comments. Say, Joey, you're an idiot, you're a moron. Get off the channel. Then that would actually that'd upset me a bit. But, so they're keeping the shirt for 2 years. I like that in principle because, you know, these are getting way out of hand. There's so many shirts and they all cost about 100 odd quid each. It's insane. You can't keep up. You cannot keep up. But that being said, you do want to get the juices flowing, don't you? New season, new shirt, everything's nice. You want, you know, you're playing FIFA or AFC or whatever. You want to play with the new kits on. So for that, I've actually, even though it's a nice idea in principle, I'm going to mark them down points. So it's the exact same kit. So yeah, D, unfortunately. Brighton, is this the first Nike one we've seen today? I think it is. Again, Nike are hit and miss. Like, sometimes they just use a bog standard template and it's a bit boring, but then they put a bit of pizzazz on stuff. They've used the template here by the looks of it. I do quite like the little sharp lines on the stripes. Again, you can't do much with stripes. My idea of a stripe, right, is Inter Milan. Oh, think about the Inter Milan back in the day. Nike, Pirelli, thin stripes. Yes, please. But for me, there's been nothing that wowed me so far. Nothing has wowed me so far. Excuse me for breathing. C. Okay, what comes next is the question. After Brighton and Hove Albion, now this one. Now this one is unbelievable. Now, you've got to hold your hands up. When you see an unbelievable kit, you see an unbelievable kit. Because, for me, I think you could wear this anywhere. Now, this next one is a Nike number. But it's not a traditional Nike number. They've scrapped the templates. They've thrown the rule book away. It's Chelsea. And I tell you what, Chelsea, over the past few seasons, have had some very, very nice kits. And today is no exception. It is unbelievable. It's like a little water pattern. And apparently what has been said is each kit is actually different. Each kit's got a slightly different pattern. Now, I'm not sure if that's true. Again, let me know in the comments. I'm a bit of a moron. I don't do as much research as I potentially should. But is that even allowed? You know, like, because like the shirt's meant to be uniform or standardised. I don't know. I like the idea. If that's true, I bloody love the idea. And this kit, you could wear it anywhere. You could wear that to a hot date. You could wear that to go and watch the football. You could go and play the football in it. You could literally wear that anywhere. Funerals, weddings. If you turned up to a funeral in that, they'd say condolences. Sorry for your loss. But I'll tell you what, you've got style, my friend. That is a bloody lovely shirt. Come on in. Buffy's open. Sorry for your loss again. Okay, moving on. Who have we got next? We have got a little team called Crystal Palace. Now, there's been some controversy with the shirt sponsor. Now, shirt sponsor, as I say, can make or break a shirt. I do think it looks okay, actually, this shirt sponsor. It looks okay. It's just white lettering. And you can't really go wrong with a bit of white lettering, can you? So that's hard to say, actually, when you've got a little bit of a lisp. Or white lettering. White lettering. White lettering. Irrelevant, don't matter. But what I would say is, yeah, your sponsor's dodgy as fuck. What's going on there? Seriously. Someone needs to dig into that. But let's have a look at the kit. As there have been for the last few seasons, Crystal Palace are sponsored by Macron. Now, that does divide opinions, because in the upper echelons, the snobbiness of the footballing world or the sportswear world, Macron's, it's a minnow. It's a minnow. But I tell you what I have got. I've got a pair of Leeds shorts that are Macron, and I bloody love them. The fit's perfect. Everything about them's perfect. So I've never actually had a Macron shirt though. The logo's actually alright. If you take the snobbiness away and you didn't have a clue and you looked at the logo, you'd think that's quite a nice logo. But unfortunately, I do know that it is looked upon as a lesser brand. That being said, let's actually look at the shirt. See, I think sponsors like Macron have a little bit more freedom to play. Yeah, they're like the number 10, the creative player. They can do what they want. They're not asked. So what I like about it is the pattern, the detailing in it. Again, Palace have had some good kits over the last few years, very good kits. Unfortunately, I don't think it's as good as their previous season, you know, where it was like the almost crayon drawing, wasn't it? I did like that. This one's not quite as good. It's got a similar vibe. I am going to put it in B, though, because I do like it, but it's not quite, you know, shirt sponsor brings it down ever so slightly. The fact that it's Macron. Am I a football snob? Am I a sportswear snob? Probably. Excuse me for breathing. Next up, we've got Everton. Now, those of you who've been keeping a keen eye in pre-season will realise that they've actually had a nightmare. The badge fell off the shirt. Again, Everton, I feel like they could do more with the shirts. I like the sponsor. Steak, good sponsor. Castore, again, I'm not sold on you just yet. I am not sold on you just yet. You got a lot of work to do in my book, to be honest. And for that reason, again, with the shirt, you got to look at the quality. If the badge is falling off in pre-season, you dread to think. So that, for me, has to go in D. Next up, Fulham. And I'm going to cut straight to the chase. Boring, bland, lacking pizzazz. You didn't want to do anything exciting, Adidas? Every year, Fulham are like this, aren't they? Yeah, it looks all right. It's just clean, innit? What are you going to do? Add a bit of pizzazz. Come on, Adidas. It's literally black and white. All white, black stripes, little Adidas thing, and the Fulham badge. Boring. Oh, sorry, there's a hint of red. Well done. Nice one. Embarrassing. D. Honestly, kits these days, I might make another video where I compare kits. I might do that, actually. That's a great idea. I'll compare this season's kits to like 2001, 2002 season's kits, and we'll see who comes out on top, because I tell you this for free, the naughties are coming out on top, 100%. Now, next up, we've got a little bit of a surprise package, a dark horse, if you will. Earlier on in the video, I slagged off Umbro. I said I don't like them. With the exception of one team, and this is that team. Ipswich, the newly promoted boys. And I tell you what, they've come to play. They have come to play. Umbro, this is what I don't get, right? Umbro, you've made an unbelievable kit for Ipswich. But then, what, you just couldn't be arsed with the rest? Couldn't be arsed. So anyway, look at this kit. The detailing on this kit, little pinstripes, I love that. The Umbro sign, new with like the inner Umbro bit, that's like blanked out, that's nice. Again, kit sponsor, it's huge. That has made a big difference to this one because it's the Ed Sheeran, it's his tour, you know, all the different mathematical symbols. It looks unbelievable. And again, it's just blue and white. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I've got a little fetish for blue and white things. No, but no, honestly, that is a great kit. Phenomenal kit, in fact. And if I was an Ipswich fan, I would be ecstatic to wear that. So for me, that is going in S tier alongside a little team called Chelsea. Another newly promoted team, Leicester. They're back in the Premier League. And have they come to play? Have they bollocks? Again, another Adidas number, which underwhelms. I do like the Adidas logo. You know, they got rid of obviously, the bit where it says Adidas underneath. Harps back to previous kits and that. It does look fresh with the no lettering underneath. So I'll give you points for that, Adidas. However, you've just not experimented. You've not really tinkered. I used to like the King Power logo. I actually think that was a better logo than what the hell is this? Like Bitcoin or something like that. Or I have no idea. It looks like a bit of a Bitcoin thing. Are they on a scam? That's what I don't know. When you look around at the sponsorships, there's some fucking dodgy ones, isn't there? Seriously, where's your Carlsbergs? Yeah? Where's your Fly Emirates? Come on. Where's your O2s? Vodafones, they were the big boys back in the day, and they looked clean. They looked clean as a whistle, not this shite. Yeah, you've not really experimented. There's a little bit of detailing. Other than that, you've put no effort in. You've put no effort. Here's a little story for you. When I was in secondary school, during maths class, me and my mate, right, we had no interest in maths, not one bit. It took me a while to get my GCSEs, I struggled. And all I did, I had a notebook like that, mate, massive, right, full of kit designs. I was actually going to send it off to like Nike or Adidas, but I thought these are too good for you, and that's, you know, probably why they're still producing shit. Really, I should have sent them off. But I had some of the designs I had in there was unbelievable, and you know, Mr. Dre. I wish I had that notebook now. Because I'd love to see what I'd done there. But anyway, c'est la vie, that is going in C. Next up, we've got a little team called Liverpool, and their kits can divide opinion. They're a bit like Marmite. Some you love, some you hate. I actually quite liked the yellow one, you know, where it looked like they was working in McDonald's or something like that. They had the little checkered bits of detail in there. I actually quite liked that one, but I know a lot of people didn't. It got ridiculed, whereas I quite liked it. This one it's obviously the home kit, so they're playing pretty safe. It's always going to be red with hints of yellow. I do quite like the detailing though. So like there's like little bits of almost like pinstripe yellow. And that's really nice little bits of detailing in there. The collar's alright. Usually I'm not a fan of a big collar on a football shirt, but this one looks quite nice. Again, the sponsor looks pretty good. It's just a bit samey though, isn't it? It's just a bit samey. And again, there's a theme, isn't there? Teams not putting in, well, not teams, take no responsibility teams. The manufacturers not putting in that little bit of extra effort. I do like the detail, and that's why it's going to go B tier. However, unfortunately, that is where I draw the line. Now we've got Man City, and to be honest, ever since I moved to Puma, I've not been a massive fan of their kits. I'll tell you what I was a really big fan of. That deep purple colour, the training gear they had when it was with Nike. Now that was nice. That was a really nice colour. And I know it's only the training gear and stuff, and you can be a bit more expressive with training gear. However, since I moved to Puma, I've been really underwhelmed with the kits. I do like a Nike kit. I do like a Nike or an Adidas kit, to be honest. Puma, you're not really tickling my fancy right now. Yeah, there's a nice bit of detailing on the shirt sleeve. I get that. But again, there's just not much happening, is there? Bit of light blue, bit of dark blue, white lettering. Etihad does look smart, to be fair. The Etihad logo does look smart. Other than that, it's just a bit bland. So, yeah, again, C tier for me, unfortunately. Let's go across the pond. The pond? Let's go across the city to their rivals, Manchester United, who are again sponsored by Adidas. And they've used a little Adidas template, harping back to like that 06 era, you know, where it was like Climacool almost. Now, I did select that template earlier, and I said you need to be more expressive with the template. I think what's swung this for me a bit more with the Man United shirt is the fact that the sponsor I think the sponsor looks sharp. I think the sponsor looks quite nice. It's clean again, just white lettering and a little bit of a white logo. Again, the Adidas badge looks nice. No lettering underneath, I like that. I like the gradient up, like the deeper reds, almost black, into the red. I do quite like that, actually. And for that, it just sets it apart from like other Adidas base layer kits, template kits for me. So yeah, I'm going to put that in B, to be honest. So that is in B. Let's go up north, shall we? Because we are now looking at Newcastle's home kit for the 2024-2025 season. It's hard to do anything with black and white stripes. You know, you can't really express yourself too much with it. And that's exactly what they've done. They've not done anything, basically. It's black and white stripes, quite thick stripes again. When are they going to bring back thin stripes? I really like the thin stripes. Quite like the logo. It's like merged the black border with the white lettering. I quite like that. It does look alright, to be fair. Again, there's just not much you can do with it. There's not much you can do with it. It's a smart shirt, but it's not in the upper echelons of the shirts. That's going in B. Let's talk about Forest for a minute, shall we? Their kit, they're sponsored by Adidas. Again, as I've said in this video numerous times now, you'll be sick of me waffling on. I like the new Adidas badge, harping back to the old badge. I did say that they didn't experiment too much with like the Leicester shirt, the United shirt as much, but I tell you what they have done. They've tinkered with the Forest shirt. There's some really nice detailing in the shirt, and it almost harps back to that bruised banana Adidas sort of Arsenal bruised banana sort of shirt. And for that, I mean, that's an iconic shirt. Everybody loves that shirt. And I think red and black bit of bruising, it looks quite nice actually, with the white lettering logo as well. As I said, we all know I'm a big fan of the white lettering. So yeah, for me, that is actually going in here. Yeah, and I've slagged Adidas off all video. But I'll tell you what, you've redeemed yourself. Well done. So now we have Southampton, and the kit manufacturers, of course, Puma, who haven't wowed me in the past, but they've turned a little corner with me because they must have been listening to me. Their ears must have been burning. They must have been listening with bated breath. As I was saying, I want a thinner stripe, and that is exactly what they've given me. They've given me a thinner stripe, and I do like that. You know, that's synonymous with the Saints in it. The stripes. I did say you can't do much with stripes, but don't make them thick. That's rule 101 for me. If you're going to have stripes, make them thin, and that's what they've done. You've got to give them their dues. It's not a bad kit at all. If I was a Southampton fan, I'd be pretty happy. The one thing I would say is I'd be livid, actually. U-turn. I would be livid if I was a Southampton fan, actually, because you've gone from Hummel, which is an unbelievable kit manufacturer. They produce some unbelievable kits. Last season's kit was chef's kiss. You've gone from Hummel that create unbelievable kits to Puma. It's a bigger downgrade than Maya Jama going from Stormzy to myself, which, if you haven't heard the rumours, it's true, she's been in the DMs. It is a downgrade nonetheless. It is what it is. It's a Puma kit. It's got thin stripes. Let's get it in B. Now, this one for me is an absolute load of bollocks. I don't even want to talk about it, actually, because it makes me feel physically sick. It's dull. I'd hate to be a fan of this team because the shirt, honestly, I don't think the shirts have changed since, God knows, 10 years, right? Spares. What is going on there? Boring, dull, lifeless, pathetic. And that's just the team. No. The shirt's boring. You know, gone are the days of Spurs wearing Under Armour, look in the park, Gareth Bale, doing the absolute bollocks on and off the pitch in sportswear, style, and on the pitch, they were cooking, they were playing. And I tell you what, the shirt's just, it reflects the performances, doesn't it? Alright. Always flattered to deceive. So for me, in D tier, you've put literally no effort in there, Nike, and you should be ashamed of yourself, quite frankly. Who have we got next? We have got a little team called West Ham United. Again, sponsored by Umbro. Umbro, how can you get it? So, how can one of your shirts be so good and the other be so bland? Seriously. Who has the input? Do you know what they should do? They should put a representative from each club into like the design team. Like Umbro should hire somebody from West Ham and be like, right.
Okay, I found this on the website.
Even Siri's raging. Because honestly, it's just bland. It's just bland again. bland. Like, your Ipswich one was so good. And your West Ham one's just... You've put zero effort in. It's like you've got knackered. You've created the Ipswich one and you've put an absolute... Like, it's a masterpiece. You've literally fine art. And then you're just knackered and you're like, West Ham... Oh, we need to do West Ham, do we? Oh. Bloody claret and blue, can't be arsed. That's what you've done. Take pride of your work always. Never rush. I mean, it's alright. I just wouldn't want to wear it. Just lacks originality. Again, boring, bland, dull. How many times in this video am I going to say the word bland? That's what I don't know. Count them up. D. And finally, we have got Wolverhampton Wanderers. Sponsored by Castore. You know in this video, if you've been watching it, if you've made it this far, well done. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't have done. I'm not a massive fan of Castore. However, I do quite like this kit. If you look closely, it's got a little bit of detailing just down there, like a little pinstripe, just offsetting the colour. Black and gold. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because it looks smart. It does look smart, but you know, it don't go much, does it? You couldn't wear it down the shops and stuff. Bloody hell, he's going, isn't he? Gee, who's Sport Wolves? Christ alive. I'd like to see the away kit. I imagine that's like black with gold lettering. I bet that looks smart in Castore as well. There's some detailing on the sleeves which I like. But for me, again, you know, you've got to, it all comes back to the quality of the shirt. And again, that's why Nike and Adidas, as much as the lack of originality, they're getting in the upper echelons because the quality is there. Now, if your badge is falling off in pre-season, it might have just been a prototype, but Castore, you've got to do better. You've got to do better. And as I said, when I've had Castore kits in the past, they've been a bit too tight, a bit too... the material's too thick to be playing football in. Remember last season when everyone in Villa was sweating the bollocks off and it was like sticking to them? I can't have that. I can't be playing five-a-side in a Wolves shirt and it's sticking to me. I have not got the body type for it. Okay? That God did not grace me with that type of body shape. Okay? So for me, that is going in C. So let's just take a little bit of a look. That's me. I've ranked all 20 Premier League home kits from 2024-25 season. That's this season. Getting us ready, kicking us off into the new season. For me, there's two standout kits. Two big-time kits that I would wear to any occasion. Whether it be a wedding, a funeral, a bar mitzvah, I'd wear them wherever. And those are Chelsea, looking all drippy in that little wet number. And Ipswich, which is... I think Ipswich might... I don't know which one's better out of the two. I love both. I love both, to be fair. That Ipswich one is really smart. For me, the worst kit of the season has to be Spurs. Zero effort, zero originality, boring, dull, bland. I'd hate to be a Spurs fan. It would be pretty depressing. You feel like you're just paying 180 quid or whatever it is for the same shirt. It's like you're on an episode of The Simpsons. You know, when you open the wardrobe and you just have the same shirts. You may as well just wear the same one. Honestly... It's a pet peeve of mine. However, that is my kit ranking for the 2024-2025 season, sponsored by Joey Jerks. Sponsored by? No, it's not. Listen, I'm Joey Jerks. If you like what you see, get at me. Oh, fuck me. I never know how to end these. I guess, just try and be the best version of yourself always. Never give up, never surrender. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you haven't liked it, just... keep it zipped, because I'm trying to make a living, alright? Love you all.